police corruption and the hypocrisy that they dare have against motorcycle clubs is unbelievable. Now, I've always talked about this. I talk about it banging my head against the wall, trying to tell people, hey, what the heck are you doing supporting these guys who are knowingly going after fellow bikers? And I always get the answer, well, it's only a few, you can't judge everybody. Well, why doesn't that work in return for MCs? Why don't you take that in effect? Why don't you say to them, hey, judge it by the individuals, but you don't? There is a hypocrisy out there that these people put against MCs that is unreal. Now, I actually was talking about this a little bit in members only yesterday, and I'm going to continue talking about it later on in members only. The second part of the show today, actually, we're going to be talking about with China Dow, what a nuclear war is going to look like, and I got some footage that's going to make your hairs stand up on your skin. So don't forget, we go live right after this, or of course you can see the replays and all that good stuff. But first, let's get some news in order right here. Then we'll go more into this topic. I don't know if anybody remembers. Here we go. Where we at here? It switched off on me. Anyway, let's close this up. A Pensacola man was sentenced to 15 years in prison for a 2022 drive-by shooting at a Pensacola gas station. Now, this involved the club and stuff like that. The club was not responsible for this. This psycho was the one who went on the shooting spree. Jamel Delaney Battle Donson, well, there you go, man. Well, let's just say Jamel was convicted of shooting or discharging a firearm from a vehicle after a 2-day trial in December 2022. The charges stem from confrontation at the Circle K gas station just after 4 p.m. on Sunday, March 21st, 2022. The store surveillance video recording showed a vehicle being aggressively driven by Battle Donson as he pulled into the gas station. He then circled through the parking lot and stopped at the fuel pumps. Yeah, he's right by the fuel pumps now. There's a smart thing. Where he instigated, here you go, instigated a confrontation with other patrons who appeared to be a motorcycle club members. As a result of his actions, a brief struggle ensued. He instigated it with them. Now, here's where I'm surprised that the media didn't come back and try to blame the MC. I'm really surprised with that one. And it shouldn't be that way because facts matter. But most of the time, MCs are getting labeled all kinds of gangs and stuff like that by the media and law enforcement that it actually sadly surprises you when you see this kind of stuff. He re-entered his car, drove up to another group of patrons from the motorcycle club, conversed briefly before exiting the parking lot. A few moments later, he returned and exchanged gunfire with the same motorcycle club members he had physically struggled with earlier. So not only did he instigate it, but he came back. During the trial, he claimed the motorcycle members brandished the guns and fired at him first, and he merely returned fire in self-defense. Okay, there's where the story goes awry because you left after the first confrontation. You were also talking the other ones. So the jury was right to convict you on this one. You came back looking for the trouble. Especially if you're shooting around pumps. What are you, stupid? The video recording also showed that he had returned, like I said, and fired this handgun indiscriminately from his vehicle, so he could have hit other people. Not ones he was firing at, but it could have hit them. 40 shell casings. 40 shell casings and projectile fragments were recovered from the scene. The physical evidence and testimony at the trial showed that he had shot his firearm, reloaded, and shot again at the scene. No one was injured, but several motorcycles were damaged in the incident. Unbelievable. But I am stunned that they didn't try to blame the MC. I'm stunned. Because that's what you see in the news media. They try to make everybody look bad. And I know you get tired of hearing me say it. Hey, man, it's a few freaking people that are idiots that make the club look bad. But then you'll see in the comments section people say, no, they're a gang, they're a gang, they're a gang. Well, with that same type of thinking, then you got to apply it to cops. It's only fair. Because if not, you're being a hypocrite. Let's take one example. Corrupt Detroit cop in bribery scandal sentenced to federal prison. And guess what he got? See, what he was doing was extorting bribes from a towing contractor before being caught in an FBI sting. I'm surprised they didn't let him go. Was sentenced to only 2 years. 2 years. 2 years for a bribery scandal. That's corruption on the highest level. The stiffest punishment to date, they claim, for someone convicted in an ongoing public corruption scandal. Daniel Vickers was ordered to serve 27 months in federal prison after admitting he received more than $3,400 in bribes. He must be stupid. That's like 1 week's salary for CPD when they're corrupt as hell. I guess Vickers is the latest public official in Metro Detroit sentenced in relation to a years-long federal assault on corruption. I guess there was more than 110 people charged in this. And here it is. Any police officer who chooses the path to corruption should understand we will not tolerate unethical conduct from our public officials at any level, U.S. Attorney Dawn Eisen said in a statement. Okay, you say that, but are you checking the ATF, FBI? Jesus, are those guys going right now? The corruption is outrageous. But then you'll have some of these shows turn up former ATF agents or former FBI agents that were undercover coming out and saying, yeah, well, we had to do this in order to fit in order to get the evidence. Yeah, you're over there snorting. You're over there banging on some women. You're doing all this stuff that's against what you were supposed to be doing in the first place. You're not supposed to be doing it. But you're calling the MC members corrupt? That is laughable. And you know what? I just can't see the irony or the hypocrisy of people that want to jump on comment sections, not only on my channel, but others, and call clubs a gang. I just can't see it. Because by their same rationale, they got to do the same thing with cops. That Bowling Green study that came out of Kentucky, man, it really went over stuff where it shows the corruption compared to the people that are on the force. And clubs ain't near what the hell they got. And well, we're bigger. Yeah, you still do the same thing. You still say one thing and you're doing another. It's time to wake up, if you ask me, people. Hold them accountable. Don't cross the line. If you want to be a biker, be a biker. If you want to be a cop, be a cop. Gonna say it a million times. Don't cross the line. Because at the end of the day, they're always gonna stay with their cop buddies. you're a nobody to them. I don't care if you're close to them. I don't care if your brother's in a cop club with them. They'll always take the side of cops. Every single time. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Again, we're going to go to the second half of the show. It's going to be a good second half live, man. I'm going to be showing that video. It's going to make your skin crawl, and it's going to let you know, hey, you better wake up to what's going on in this country and this world today. Rock on.
Hollywood's Motorcycle Madhouse on Spotify and iTunes Radio.
Join the Insane Throttle's Members Only Club. 2 ways to join over on Spotify and YouTube. Insane Throttle Biker News' channel, by the way. With your membership, you get exclusive content Monday through Friday. China Dow's on there with me. Y'all love China Dow. Also, you get an invite to the yearly Rumble in the Woods, where we get together, have parties, have fun. So make sure you join the Insane Throttle's Members Only Club over on Spotify or YouTube. Rock on!